Welcome to yet another video of Compare Nation. Please like, share and subscribe, and don't forget to click on bell icon to get some amazing content. South Korea. South Korea is one of the most homogeneous countries in this world, in which it has its own culture, language, custom that are very different from other Asian countries. Today, most of the Indians connection to the Korea is defined by iconic companies like Samsung, Hyundai, LG, K-pop, and recent popularity of K-dramas. On the other hand, let's look at Tamil Nadu, a state which has a very rich heritage, rich history, rich culinary history, etc. And they are very proud of their language, Tamil. Tamil language is spoken at Sri Lanka, Singapore, and many other countries. This is a very, very popular language, not only in India, not only in southern India, but there are some other parts of the world. Now, are these two connected? That's the question that we are trying to figure it out in this video. They are not connected by a sea, they are not connected by a border, they are not connected by any mentionable historic evidence. But the people who watch the K drama, the people who have been watching Netflix to look at some of the very interesting K dramas, when they hear, they must have heard some of the words which are very, very common between Tamil as well as the Korean language. Some of the examples are here on the screen. If you see mother, that is amma. In Tamil, in Korean, it is Oma. One, that's the number one. In Tamil, it is Onnu. In Korean, it is Ionu. So there are very, very similar words. So that very clearly shows that there is a heavy influence of a Tamil language in the Korean spoken dialect. How is that possible? They too have no connection in common. They are in the different parts of the world. There is no written evidence or any literature available which connects these two parts of the countries. Now, what's the real connection? The real connection is the ancient princess Sembavalam. Sembavalam became the most admired queen of Korea. Can you believe that incredibly 6 million Koreans, or almost 10% of the Korean population, trace their ancestry to an Indian princess who is said to have traveled to Korea in search of her groom? Yes, it's true. The reference is got from the Korean work Samyuk Yusa, written by a Buddhist monk in 13th century, where he mentioned about 16-year-old Indian princess Sembavalam, also called as a Hyo Hwang Ok, who got married to Kim Suro and became the first queen of Guam Kaya. The princess traveled to Korea along with her slaves and the courtiers from the Tamil Nadu. The convoy of Princess Sembavalam stayed there in Korea, which might have a major factor that is contributed to the spread of Tamil culture over there. It is said that Hyo, Lin, and Kim clans trace their lineage to Queen Hyo Wang Ok as her descendants. Hyo was the princess of Ayutthaya kingdom, which was located in southern part of India. Some people wrongly connect Ayutthaya kingdom with Ayodhya, but the ancient name of Ayodhya was Saketa during that time. And Samyuk Yusa was written long back in the 13th century. Therefore, it does not refer to Ayodhya. Ayutthaya kingdom here refers to Ayodhya kingdom that belongs to the Pandyan dynasty of ancient Tamilakam. This can be substantiated with the fact that the Princess Hyo carried with her symbol of twin fish in trident. Pandyan kingdom depicts two fishes of their flags, coins, and on the emblem. The fish symbol is considered to be one of the most meaningful symbols in the lives of the people living in the Pandyan kingdom. Princess Hyo was also known by the name Sembavalam in Tamil, which means red coral. Interestingly, the Korean name Hyo Wang Ok also shares the same meaning. However, there are some historians who outrightly reject these claims. Just to quote the Karthik Mali, the independent researcher and writer on Southern Indian language, Red Buffs, these claims made on linguistic similarities on this basis, they have not stood up to the academic scrutiny. I would really be happy if some of the historian or some of the researchers can deep dive into this topic and write a book about it or make a web series Imagine how much interesting to watch an Indian princess traveling to Korea in the ancient time in a web series.